Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you? I hope you managed to make it through March unscathed. I spent the entire month of March in bed. Can you believe that? The entire month in bed. It was the most outrageous experience, I have to say. I don't recommend it, but I got a lot of rest and got my foot all healed and got a chance to really sit with something that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Because I'm going to be using my brand new deck that you can't get yet. You can pre order it. It's called Guides of the Hidden Realms. And I am going to be using this card deck for this month's April's energy forecast. Okay, so we're going to do the energy forecast, and then I'm going to also follow up with the Astro Oracle reading as well for every zodiac sign. So you're going to get a chance to see my own art that I have done. I painted all the paintings, and they have holy water in every single painting. So these are really blessed, and I get a chance to share my blessings with you. It took me 2 years to do it, so very, very happy to be able to share with you the latest deck. And again, like I said, you can pre-order it if you like it. More importantly, it's what they mean. That's what's more important. So we're going to do the 4 weeks of April. I like switching it up every month for the energy report. And if you're new to me, just know that the energy report is both predictive and prescriptive. So basically I'm saying the collective, which is us, all of us are going to be under the umbrella of certain configurations, right? Some of energy that are thematic. So in other words, I'm going to be talking about the 4 themes that all of us are going to be confronting or welcoming and being invited to experience in the month of April. So we're going to start with week 1, which is starts luckily on a Monday. So it's Monday to Sunday is basically what I'm talking about. So Monday is April 1st. Now we will have already had our eclipse in Libra. Well, it's April eclipse, which is always in Aries, but it's in Libra because it was the lunar eclipse. So that was asking us all to look at some of our dysfunctional or shadowy parts of the way in which we relate to other people. Where do we give away our power? Where do we project onto others? Where do we see things through the eyes of rigidity? Where do we go into codependency? Any of those kind of things is what comes up. So that's now going to be addressed in the second eclipse, which is on the 8th. So this week we're preparing, right? So we're in eclipse season. So I'm going to choose the card for this first week. Now, this first week, the energy, oh, this is really cool. So is the dream of co-creation. So I'm going to show you this. Okay, I wonder if you can read it, if it's coming back to you, that you see the words correctly, because it looks backwards on me. Anyway, so the dream of co-creation is this card, and you can see that I painted an Ouroboros on the top. So this is a being that is in the cycle of co-creation. So we are empowered to co-create, but we dream the world into being. And we talk about manifestation and divine partnership and the frequency of alignment when we are aligning with our highest good, so that we have a creative part in how the world works. So when we get caught in looking at the external world, now there's a lot of energy going on right now too, because we're also in Aries, so it's springtime. And we want things to move faster than they can in the beginning of spring, because that's what Aries is all about. We're going to bust out. But ultimately, this is also still saying, hey, yes, there's lots of activity, but you still need to consider your dream. Like, how are you dreaming the world into being? What are your actions? Because, we're looking at Aries, which is an action time. So this first week, I bring up the astrology just because it's important anyway, even though I'm not doing the astrological reading right now. It's something for us to consider because this is part of the energy, right? So I'm going to read what the card actually says. So this first week, all of us should be considering this. It's card number 26. And I'll show you the card again. As I read it, I will show you this. Within each of us is a spark of infinite intelligence and the blueprint for our highest expression and our purpose. Everything needed for that highest expression is built right into us. Our biggest issue is our disconnection from source with its accompanying amnesia. Source with it, our job is to wake up and remember who we are, partners with spirit, co-creators, not solo manifestors, not about me, navigating the world fueled by ego. So we have to watch that this first week. We're made of energy and we align our energy according to our attention. Where's your attention going this week? This attention is broadcast onto the field of abundance and reflected back in the outer world as evidence. Right now, you have an opportunity to align yourself fully with the essence of your greatest, most fulfilling vision for your life. You are awake. So place your attention on the concept of abundance. Multiply this in your heart and soul and mind. Feel it. Be it. And soon you will notice more and more evidence of this truth. What you dream about and focus on will multiply no matter what it is. And I always say emotions have no morality. So, and what we send out into the field, whether it's destructive or constructive, will come back the same way. So we really have to be very conscious of our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs and what we are putting out into the world. So again, multiply this in your heart and soul and mind. Feel it, be it. What you dream will multiply. Now is the time to discipline your mind, claim the best, and surrender the rest. And dream the world you love into being. Just keep dreaming and moving forward. Destiny is yours to claim. Isn't that cool? Anyway, this is the card. Okay, now that's for the first week of April. Okay, so let's look at week number 2 in April, which is the week 8th to the 14th. And that 8th is the eclipse. This is a solar eclipse. So we've got, here we go again. Going to be a big day. Now that's really interesting because that's about where can we be accountable and responsible for our energy. It's a really important day. It's a portal. Like eclipses are portals. They invite us into, into a larger experience with whatever it is going on. So we really want to ask ourselves, where does our energy go? And what is the best use of our energy? So here's for week number 2. Let's find out which guide of the hidden realms has a message for us. And it's love and partnership. The actual real paintings are really huge. And unfortunately, you can't see all the glitter that's on this painting. I will start showing them soon. But anyway, this is love and partnership. It's all about collaboration, right? So it's about power dynamics as well. So I'm going to look this up. And this came upside down. So for that week of the eclipse, I chose that card. It was an upside down card. And when I say reversed in this particular deck, it's to help us stay out of trouble. That's what the reverse card means in this particular deck. Here it says, I'll hold it up for you guys. Here we go. Hope you can see it. Okay. Relationships work best when the roles and power dynamics are understood and agreed upon. However, they're not meant to remain rigid or static. Fluidity is necessary for growth and personal evolution. Losses arise when there are hidden agendas, or issues arise when there are hidden agendas and unhealthy power dynamics. I don't have my glasses. Anyway, now is the time to inventory the relationships that make you feel unsafe. Ask how they serve you. Especially look for enmeshment and codependency. That's interesting because that's still from that first eclipse, March 25th, which actually had us ask these questions. So now it's the closure around that. So ask yourself these questions. Are you making yourself small? Are you unable to set boundaries? Do you see some old patterns rising up? What are you no longer willing to tolerate? It's not about placing blame. It's about accountability and choice. Remember I said earlier, the accountability for our energy in week 2 is going to be important. You do have a choice, even if the path is new and you need to be brave. You are ready. That said, there's always something to learn, even from our most difficult or devastating relationships. Just remember, not all of them last forever, and they're not meant to. Each will leave you with a gift, some obvious, some in strange wrapping. And the best ones are always win-win. So this particular week, we're looking at what kind of energy do we put into these? And it is the subject that came up on March 25th, which is Libra, which is around relationships, which is the opposite of Aries, which is really about self, right? So how does our self show up in relationship with others? That's the question that we ask in second week. Now, week 3 is the 15th to the 21st. And this is the guide of the hidden realm that is taking us for a little ride. Is begin with faith and spring. You see my bunny? And this card is all about faith. This is new beginning. So midpoint of April, that's when we start feeling like, ooh, I get a second chance here. This is really good. This energy is good. I get a second chance. Opportunities are coming that I didn't expect. Something new. There's a situation with something new. So, and it's upright. So I'm going to read that. That's number 19. Here we go. Okay. The season of spring arrives with a force so potent and vibrant that it's easy to be intoxicated by its fertile energy. All manner of new life sprouts up as animals awaken from hibernation. Flowers bloom and delicate plants push their way through the hard ground. Right now, you're in the same season in your life. We all are, certainly in the northern hemisphere, but even in the southern hemisphere, there's a change, right? There's a big change. It's autumn, we're in spring, but it's still change. You're in a season of a new beginning of something wonderful. You may be starting to see your dreams take shape in the outer world. It's time to be curious and explore this new territory, this relationship or situation with eyes and heart wide open. Take advantage of this energy at this rich time. Oh, let me hold it up. Sorry. This rich time. Where did it go? You could tell I'm just doing this off the cuff, right? Because it can't continue forever, right? You have to take advantage of it now. But it will last long enough for you to find your momentum and move in the right direction. Honor how far you've come. Trust this new idea, love, or situation of yours, that it will flourish through all the cycles of reality creation. You have every reason to be joyful and optimistic. So we're all going to be feeling, oh, this would be a choice for us. Even no matter what goes on in the world, this is an opportunity, an invitation for us to practice this energy. So whatever you begin now, know that it will have many more successful seasons to come. Isn't that cool? Anyway, this is my spring. I'll be telling everybody a lot more about this deck in posts and stuff like that on social media. My painting process took me almost 2 years to do it. And paintings are huge. I know we're going to end up selling them because there's no room in the house. Really big. Go big or go home. What can I tell you? Okay, so now this is the 4th week. Now the 4th week, we're going to add the extra day. So it's actually 8 days that I'm looking at from the 22nd to the 30th. So let's see which guide of the hidden realms has a message for us. Ooh, okay. This is actually one of my favorite paintings and favorite cards. It's Death Reclaims a Life. So the week prior, we talked about new beginnings and we talked about things getting off the ground and all the energy there, but we can't take everything with us. And this reminds us that in spring, right, what do? We have spring cleanup, right? This is like an opportunity for spring cleanup. Let me read that. I loved this painting it. I'd never painted a seahorse before. Actually, I haven't painted in 35 years. So everything is new. What can I tell you? But the coral is dying. It's that white coral. So it's lifeless. That the painting of the cycles and this, you're like kind of falling backwards, but there's an observation to this. This is not death forever. We're recycling. So let me read what it says. There are always endings in life. Some expected and prepared for, and others not. It's the price of existence on earth to be full then empty, to flourish then decay, to be born then die. We live and love fully and freely until our bodies are no longer able to support our life force energy. Then we move on to another type of life in the invisible realms, returning to source, our journey on earth done. Now, this is not predicting death, you guys, okay? Just make clear this. This is about transformation. It's important to honor and bless the endings in your life right now. Let go so you can grieve in the temporary emptiness. It's okay to feel vulnerable and sad or even relieved and glad. Some things, relationships are not meant to last, but that doesn't diminish any of the gifts you've shared as a result of coming together. The good news is that letting what no longer serves you die, that's really, I think, the energy that we're talking about here, not more death and destruction, but more about the choice of cleaning house, right? It's really about that. Acknowledging what needs to go is also an invitation to be reborn. This card is about rebirth. Soon, what must be empty will be refilled, and the taste will be even sweeter. Surrender your resistance and accept this beautiful gift. Okay. This is what this is saying. So for me, I'm looking at this like, okay, I'm going to do a full-on house cleaning. We do the spring cleaning every year. We actually do it 3 times a year. So it's time for an inventory, what needs to go. And that's actually in Taurus, right? So if we look at that last week, 22nd to the 30th, we've entered the season of Taurus at that point. So, Taurus is about the tangible aspects of life. We're seeing the touchy-feely thing. Those are things. So I look at my things. What do I need to get rid of? What do I need to repurpose? What could I give away? And also, like, who's still in my life that doesn't have my back, right? We have people like that in our lives, right? That are just one-sided. I have one friend. It's like, well, never mind. It's just like, right? We want to ask, is this reciprocal, right? I think reciprocity is also a big concept this month that started with that eclipse back March 25th when we were still in, starting Aries and going at the eclipse season, beginning with that idea, like who's in our life? Who's our community? Like who is it? Because we don't do life by ourselves. We have to be in community always. Anyway, love you lots. I'm going to see you back for the Astro Oracle reading where I will choose one card per zodiac sign, and I'll explain it to you when I start that one. Please know you can get this card deck at Amazon, or it's ready for pre-order. It would mean so much to me if you want to pre-order, and there is a link somewhere here that will show you how to do that. But no matter where you are in the world, if you have an Amazon, they are available, and I think quite a few languages too. Okay, great.
Get ready.